and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be tackling our small pantry back here. We have a very small pantry for a family of 6, so having it organized is definitely critical for us so we can utilize every little space for snacks, all the food, you name it. I do have a separate cabinet for like my coffee stuff and also for spices and baking stuff. So these are like items for meals and snacks, my husband's protein stuff. What else do we have in here? Like our saran wrap and foil, all of that kind of gets tossed into what we call a pantry. It's basically one long cabinet and one little tiny cabinet up top. So today I want to reorganize it. I did an organizational video on this probably 2 or 3 years ago. Our needs are changing as the kids get a little bit older, and it's just time to kind of freshen things up. I'm gonna pull everything out, go through every single item, try to get rid of items that are maybe expired, items that we do not like or do not have any plans to eat or make, and we're gonna start fresh. So let's get started. Let's start with the before of the cabinet. So up top here we have a lot of like taller items, things that don't fit in some of my other cabinets. My husband's big canister of his protein stuff he uses. We do chips up here, coffee, and anytime I go to reach for the chips for like lunches or things like that, stuff always falls out on me. So this cabinet for sure needs some help. This is also kind of a catch-all, things we don't want the kids to reach, like their scissors. We have candy up here, a lot of our like Ziploc, saran wrap, all of that gets placed up here. Things we don't want the kids to reach. In the bottom two larger, taller cabinets, this is where we store a majority of our food here. I generally do snacks on the top shelf right here, but I'm also considering, as I pull everything out, moving snacks down here so the kids can reach it a little bit easier instead of trying to climb. And then we also have more snacks in here. I invested in these a long time ago. These are from Crate & Barrel. They're wire baskets. They have held up so well. And then down here I do like our pastas, pasta sauces, taco kits, like meal stuff kind of goes in this shelf right here. Down here is kind of a mess too. It's kind of our extra stuff. Like if we run out of something, I always check down there. I have a messy cookbook stash down there I like to organize. Cereal. This one is kind of like sandwich making stuff. Canned goods, canned fruit, all of that kind of goes in here. And then this is kind of random stuff that I don't know where else to put it, so it ends up in here. So I'm gonna pull all of it out and maybe move some shelves around, we'll see. everything laid out on the counters. I did not do really anything. I took everything out of their baskets except for the fruit snacks because that would just make a big mess. So we have food over here, and then we have all of the bins over here, cookbooks, candy, all that stuff. And then all my husband's stuff. So I think the next step is going to be going through everything, tossing what we don't need or aren't going to eat anymore, old food, and then we'll see what we have left and what needs to go back in. Can you hear them playing in there? The twins are in loving life because I'm pulling out all of the snacks and they just come out, grab something, and go back into the playroom. But I'm really happy with how the top's coming together. I'll do an official tour once I'm done. Are you having fun? So I think the next step is to get the shelves how I want them and so I have a bunch of baskets. I picked up a couple things. I picked up a couple things from Target. I mainly love this one because it's the perfect size. Okay, boys, thank you. And then, get wild. Thank you. I did grab a few bins from downstairs that I thought I might be able to use too. I'm just gonna start putting things in the shelves and seeing how they fit. And then I also have all of the wire baskets that I pulled out that I'm definitely going to reuse because I love them. Really nice quality, definitely an investment, but they have held up so well and I would highly recommend these. I'll try to link them below if I can. These are like two larger and then we have some smaller ones. Yeah, I have one more smaller one. So I have 4 small and then 2 large. And then I also grabbed this basket. Actually came from our bathroom that we just finished updating. We aren't using this anymore. And I was just checking to see if it fit in here. And it fits perfectly. So I think that might work. I just have to decide what I want to put in there. getting rid of a good amount of expired food. I'm actually really surprised. Not all of that was, some of it's just garbage from painting and stuff, but I'd say probably a third to a half of that bag is just stuff that I cleaned out of the pantry. And it looks so good. So I do have groceries coming and then it will be fully stocked. This is like low food for us right now. Barely any snacks. So once I get it all stocked up, I will do a final tour, but I'm loving it so far. It's just crazy. Some of the items that were expired were like cake mixes. Like I'll buy them and say, okay, someday I'll make it, maybe on a snow day or something like that. And I never got to it. I never made it because I didn't have frosting and we don't need cake. So like cake mixes, what was another thing that was kind of surprising? Drink mixes was another one. So yeah, definitely worth going through your pantries for sure. I thought I was really good at keeping track and dibs of what we all had, but I was wrong. Pantry is complete for today. It is all stocked up and we're ready to try it and see how we like it. When you switch things around so much, you just kind of have to use it and see if it works for you. So that's what we're going to be doing. My husband was actually home for lunch and I showed him that I moved his protein powder out of here and he was definitely okay with it. I actually made him a little snack basket because he likes to have certain snacks just for him. His healthier options, his almonds and things like that, and his protein bars. So I keep those up high from the kids so they don't accidentally take his snacks. And then the chips actually work really well in that basket. Behind these I put like new bags of chips. So these are all our open ones, and then behind it, because this is a deep cabinet, I just kind of have a stockpile of chips back there. And it's perfect, the size of these, that I can fit those giant wine bottles in there. I really need to drink those, but we already have some in the fridge. So work in progress there. So this side is awesome. These are stackable organizers. They are wire and they're from Target. And I love them. I almost wish I could fit another one, but my cabinet isn't high enough for that. So a good thing to use when you don't have like shelving built in. So I love that. I'm definitely happy with those little baskets. And then over here, I just use one of these kind of shelf riser things. I've already had that and kind of organized all of my cookbooks up here. I don't go to them a lot, so it's fine that they're kind of tucked back there for now. And then up on top, I put all of our saran wrap, foil, all of that. And then our candy went down. I consolidated it into this clear little bin. I think I actually got this from Dollar General a while ago. It's been moved around so many times from our fridge and the pantry, so I just put it right there. So we definitely need to keep the candy up high from the other kids, so that works out great there. And any like the papers and things like that, manuals that I wanted to keep, like for our air fryer, since we just got it and there's recipes in there, I just kind of tucked them off to the side, so it just works out so well. And then the kids have their little scissor box, mom's box of things to hide from the kids. So the top is done, and then in the bottom, I may switch some things around. I'm not 100% happy with it, but it is clean, it is organized. This shelf in particular is kind of a work in progress. I might try to find one more basket or something to tuck some things away, because we don't really use the saltines or the rice very often. But I wanted to keep the marshmallows up high because otherwise all of the kids would eat them like in a day. And same thing with some of these other snacks. So these are things that I would just want to keep up a little bit higher than the other snacks. Down here, I just used the other riser that I had originally had up top, but I moved it. And so it just kind of gives me some extra storage, so we have plenty of room for more snacks. I actually need to make a Costco run one of these days. It's just kind of a far drive. So when I do that, this little cabinet area will be fully stocked up. I put fruit snacks kind of towards the back so they didn't see them right away. And then down here, I have kind of like an afternoon snack. And then this is kind of a morning snack. My kids snack all of the time. So these are more like breakfast options, like granola bars are down here in the bottom, and cereal bars, and then mini muffins, and then raisins in this little container. So I always give them the option of this basket in the morning, and then this they can maybe have in the afternoon. I typically don't buy things like this, but I think that they will really enjoy having that. And then I repurposed this basket. I think I was using it for decor, but I wasn't using it, so I decided to make this kind of our vegetable basket. We don't have it filled up because we're actually going to be leaving for the weekend, But we have a couple of sweet potatoes and an avocado in there, and then we can put other items that we aren't using down there. Still room to grow there. And then the bottom over here, my cookbooks used to be here, but I decided to do extra beverages. Since I moved the cookbooks, I just wasn't utilizing the space very well, so I put all of like our extra drinks there. Cereal. We actually like to have the boxes versus a bunch of like the containers like this. So we have that. And then this basket is also kind of a work in progress. Just extra bread that doesn't fit in my bread box will most likely be in here, as well as oatmeal. I just got this. My husband's a big oatmeal eater, but he hasn't had this and he wants to enter into my fitness pal. So I had to leave it in the box for now for him, so he can track it. And then these baskets are the larger ones. I put like dinner options in here, like my taco kits, pastas, brown rice. There's some macaroni and cheese in there. And then this is kind of like sandwich making or spreads. So I can just pull out what I need when I'm making Macy's lunches. And up here, I'm really happy with how this came out. So this basket I was able to use for my canned foods. We don't actually eat a lot of canned foods. I usually just have like a soup on hand of each kind just in case I want to make a quick meal or something. So that is like the perfect size for us. I can just pull it out and see what we have. And then over here, this is just a little mini basket with our spices, and I threw the drink mix in. I'm probably gonna make that for the kids so they can have that. And then I'm always grabbing for like these mandarin oranges. The kids cannot get enough of those, so I just kind of have them like easy that I can just grab them and go. I've always wanted to buy like a pantry sign from Hobby Lobby, but I don't know if it would look good there or if it would feel too cluttered. So let me know in the comments if you think I could totally pull off a pantry sign or no. Now that I finished the pantry, I'm motivated to go and do our spice cabinet as well. Those, like, it seems like they expire so quickly on you. I don't know, but it's one that you can always declutter, I feel like. So I may have to do that one next, and maybe I will share that in a vlog. So anyways, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.